Hi everybody, we're at PAX Prime 2010 showing Crysis 2 multiplayer to everybody at a big EA event here in Seattle. We have 12 signature locations spread throughout New York City. We're showing 2 of those here today. One of those is Impact, and this is where one building is smashed into another, so you get this juxtaposition. One building is a very old style classic New York, the other is a brand new office space, and the two are smashed together. It has multiple layers, but it's very tight and claustrophobic, very good for team-based gameplay. The other map that we're showing is called Rooftops. It's a garden oasis on top of a rooftop in the middle of the city, and from it you can see the entire skyline of New York surrounding you completely, and there's a lot of vertical gameplay and a lot of vertical space that you can jump up and down and move around and jump from rooftop to rooftop, as well as fight in some interior spaces. So it's 2 different unique styles of maps that we're showing here, and everyone's having a blast jumping around using a nanosuit, using all the nanosuit powers, and having a lot of fun team-based play. So we have 6 game modes in Crysis 2 multiplayer. We're talking about 2 of those here tonight. One of them is Team Instant Action. This is your classic team deathmatch, but with nanosuits. So it completely changes the way that you play with tactics and which modules you equip in the nanosuit. It makes a really dynamic gameplay environment. The next one that we're showing here as well is Alien Crash Site. And this is like a classic King of the Hill or capture and hold type multiplayer game scenario, but the difference is the ship flies above the map. So before the drop site or the crash site takes place on the map, everyone sees this thing telegraphed and flying around the map, and everyone tries to swarm to the location to guess where it's going to land next. And you secure the crash site with your teammates and you accumulate points in this way, but you also have to defend it from attackers. So it's really great because it's an action magnet. You can look around the map, you can see where the crash site is in your HUD, there's an icon telling you where to go, and everyone converges on this position. You always are guaranteed to find some target there. There's a lot of good combat. In Crysis 2 multiplayer, there'll be 5 default loadouts, and these represent, styles of gameplay we expect most gamers would like to try out or pursue on first jumping into multiplayer. We also are going to include 5 custom slots, and what these do are allow you to customize your own class loadout. And this isn't just your weapon and what weapon attachments you take into battle. This is also what nanosuit modules you equip. So you'll constantly be changing out, whether you're playing Crash Site, Team Instant Action, or any of the other modes, what your team or your clan wants to do, what role they want you to perform, what role they need you to perform. But you always have the ability to change your loadout, on your next life, and it makes for a really interesting gameplay all the time. You never know what anyone else is bringing, so every server, every match is always going to be different. One of the great things about Crysis 2 multiplayer is we have a full team dedicated just to making the multiplayer component for Crysis 2. This isn't just a game where there's a single player game and hey, we're going to add multiplayer to it as well. I mean, we're taking this very seriously. We have one of the best studios in the world, Crytek UK, is making our multiplayer. This is 70 developers working exclusively on multiplayer for Crysis 2 to make it the most awesome multiplayer experience you can have. And these guys are really experienced. For any of you that have played console games before, this is the team that worked on the Time Splitter series, so they have a very, very strong pedigree in making awesome multiplayer experiences. And they're combining that experience with the great gameplay of the nanosuit in Crysis 2. You're gonna have an awesome time playing, and we can't wait for you to get your hands on it. Thanks everybody for watching this episode of Crysis 2 TV. What I want you to do right now is go out and pre-order Crysis 2. There's a limited edition. You get a bunch of cool stuff for free as long as you order it before the game comes out, and they don't sell out. Thanks everybody for watching, and see you next time.